let's talk about food. What would you say is like a classic Korean dish?
제육볶음.
Yeah.
제육볶음 김치.
Have you tried it? 제육볶음?
Maybe describe it to me.
He's tried it. Yeah.
You tried it?
No,
What is it?
the pork. It's fried pork with.
Also, just basically barbecue.
No, not that, but a pork fried with 그 고추장.
Yeah.
Pepper paste. Red pepper paste.
Okay. And so one thing I also noticed that's very different in Europe. You always get like one plate, and that's just your meal. But here it's a lot more that you get like a main
Side
dish in the
dishes.
middle, and then you have many other small ones
Yes.
that you mix.
Side dish culture.
You can just show me or send it to me, and I'll put it up in the screen.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
good
But
idea.
yeah, I've had that
No,
before.
this is what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Now, when eating, what kind of like customs do you have? For example, with like when you pour a drink, how does that work?
So you pour your drink. For example, let's say there's four people on the
Mhm.
table.
Yeah.
The most youngest
Mhm.
person has to set the table,
Mm-hmm.
put the chopsticks, and give them water.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for example, let's say we have a beer together or a soju together.
Yeah.
The youngest will probably, with two hands, pour soju
Mm-hmm.
to the oldest people first.
Yeah.
By age, yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works.
And is that with even if it's just like between 20 and 25-year-olds on the table, or is it like only with, let's say, 20 years age difference?
Yeah, even with 20 and 25. If we're like super close with it, like I knew them like for like over a year.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But even in like when you're 20s, you
Mhm.
do that.
Okay.
as well.
So you pour with both hands and you receive with both hands too.
Yeah, we do. We do pour with both hands, but
Yeah.
receive, we don't. If I have to respect that people, if I've seen them seen that guy for the first time,
Yeah.
I'd probably use two hands.
Yeah.
But if I'm new to that, if I know that people well,
Yeah.
if I'm close to that person,
Then
I
it's
just
just one.
yeah, one hand.
Okay. All right. So it's really just a respectful thing that you do with
Yeah.
especially strangers and older people.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the closer you are,
yeah.
the
yeah,
more laid back it is.
So when you first meet a person,
Mm-hmm.
your first thing that you ask is like, "What's your name? What's your MBTI? What's your
yeah.
age?"
국룰.
Yeah,
MBTI. That's like the personality test.
yeah,
right?
that's true. In Korea, it's like crazy right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's into MBTI, but
Yeah.
So like, first thing that you know about that person is like their name and their age and their age.
Mhm.
That's so like we know that if this guy is older than me or younger than me, that's like how we decide who pours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. And then one thing I noticed here, it's a lot of food is either pretty fatty or sweet.
Oh.
And one thing that's just blown my mind is how pizza is sweet. There's so much sweet food, and it's just crazy how if you look around, I think I read that Koreans are have one of the least like lowest obesity rates of the entire world. So people are very thin on average here. But when you look, like every food has a lot of fat on it, like the meats, especially like Korean barbecue. Oftentimes it's just like fat with some meat on it, and the sweet drinks also.
Okay. I want to say something about that.
Go ahead.
First of all, for the obesity thing,
Mhm.
I think Korean people care a lot about how other view you.
Okay.
So like we don't like try to stand out
Yeah.
in Korea, like, and also like if we're like really close friends,
Mhm.
if I get really fat, he's gonna probably point at me. Why are you fat?
Really?
Yeah, 살쪘어? 했던데?
Well, like I could say that like if you're
Yeah.
close, like
Yeah.
what
we
좀
did.
쪘네, like
Oh, yeah.
like,
And then like, oh, I should work on my diet.
Yeah.
That's like how it works. For example, if I get fat, my mother would say something at me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fat. You should lose some weight.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like it's how people view you
Mhm.
is really important. I think it's really deep.
Yeah.
In Korean people's mind.
Mhm.
So that's the reason there's not much obesity.
Mhm.
And for the foods, we have a lot of healthy foods, but I think what you see is like the restaurants.
Yeah.
And then like we go out to eat.
Mhm.
That's usually for like dates with like family on a like a nice day.
Mhm.
Like when we want to be like happy.
Yeah, for like celebration.
Yeah. I think that's the reason you feel like it's like food is like too much fat, too much.
he's so right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Please correct me. Yeah.
Yeah, in Korea, if we eat at home, we have rice,
Mhm.
kimchi.
Healthy.
We have like a lot of like fermented vegetables.
Mhm.
Like a lot of our daily foods are really healthy.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of food is kind of really hard to experience.
Yeah.
At a restaurant, and
Mhm.
as a foreigner, that kind of food is kind of hard to experience.
Yeah. Yeah. So you as Koreans, like on average, do you rather eat like, for example, dinners? Do you always go out, or do you always have it with your family, or a little both?
In my case, it's always with my family.
Yeah.
Yes. I try to eat at my home as much as possible.
Yeah.
It depends on people. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I just wondered because when you walk down the streets of Seoul, there's like every other building is a restaurant,
Mm.
and every restaurant seems to be always full.
Mm.
And sometimes I wonder like if they just always eat out. But I mean, you have to keep in mind that there's as many people in Seoul as in all of Switzerland, so it doesn't matter where you go. There's always going to be a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. For me, I eat like every day. I eat out because I'm a college student. My
Mhm.
home's pretty far from here.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour.
Mm.
Like on metro. Yeah. So I eat out all the time. But for example, like my brother, my mother, my dad
Mhm.
eats at home.
Yeah.
Except for lunch. Breakfast at home, dinner at home.
Okay.
Like once a week, we go out for eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay.